Hey, what's up, peeps? This K2J X-Treme, and I decided to come on here real quick and uh, talk about something briefly. It's nothing bad or anything like that. It's actually, y'all probably laugh at it when y'all, hear what I'm about to go on about, but it it was important to me. So, I felt like I had to come on here and kind of apologize to somebody for, something very minor. Cuz I did a live stream with a homie a few weeks back, Streets of Rage 4 video, and me and him was talking about stuff, and in the middle of it, there was a part where I was just going on and on about a buddy of mine, SubigirlAWD. I was just going on and on bragging about her fighting skills and fighting games, and it wasn't the only time I did that. I done that quite a few times on my channel in the past, and I've been thinking about it for a little while, and I was kind of like, man, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, the way I went about doing that wasn't cool. I mean, yeah, I had good intentions. I didn't have any kind of, negative, what's the word I'm looking for? No malice or anything like that. It was all positive, but it's just the fact, because I had to think about it, and I could, me gassing her like that, me just outright gushing about SubigirlAWD's fighting game skills like that, could potentially cause her to get unwarranted attention that she didn't ask for. I wasn't really thinking about it. It was a very selfish thing for me to do, especially due to the fact that I've been in that situation before myself. In the past. Well, actually, this still happens sometimes, but I've had people brag about my skills and stuff, and I didn't want them to do that, and they was really liking what kind of skills I guess I been told I have in games or whatever. The bottom line is this, SubigirlAWD, she just comes on here to have fun and play and learn these games. She's not trying to gain no recognition or anything like that. She's just trying to have fun. So I really didn't need to be just gassing her like that, and I felt bad after really thinking long and hard about that. And I can relate, because I'm kind of this, I got the same kind of mindset. I've never looked for any kind of recognition or anything like that as far as my gaming, whatever talents I guess I got or whatever. I never really looked at myself as being great or fantastic and stuff. I always say I'm decent, because when I play stuff, I just play, I just zone out in them, and my mindset is just me trying to be good at whatever the hell it is I'm playing. I'm not even thinking about anything else. So I guess when other people saying that I'm great and I'm this, that, and the third, I don't even see it like that. I don't even think I'm all that seriously. Again, I don't pay attention to anything that I do when I play stuff. I just be playing. I just be fucking trying to accomplish something. That's it. Hell, when I do content on my channel, I don't even watch my videos back, man. I mean, I think the only times I ever really sat down and watched anything back, the only reason why I do it is to make sure my videos didn't come out like shit or something, or I might be looking for something in a chat comment or something like that. But as far as like looking at my actual gameplays, I never watched any of my work back. So I don't know, it's probably a very weird, strange mentality to have, but you know, that's just how I am, and I imagine that's exactly how SubigirlAWD feels. So and again, I've been on the receiving end of that. I should know what that's like. So you know, I actually feel hypocritical because, you know, there's friends I've had that I told them to stop gassing me, but damn, I'm going around, I'm gassing her, and I gassed a few other friends of mine, you know, just constantly gloating and bragging about their abilities in fighting games and shit, and you know, I shouldn't do that. I'm pretty sure some of y'all listening to this and kind of like, you know, that's not even a big deal, but I don't know, it's important to me. I'm doing this because, you know, I felt like this was important to me, you know, in case, you know, I might have upset her by doing that. I don't know. You know, she never said nothing about it, but I just maybe I looked too deep into it, but I felt a certain type of way about myself with that when I really like stopped and evaluated it. And I just wanted to really apologize to SubigirlAWD for just talking her up like that all these years, man. I doubt she ever wanted me to even go and do that like that. And I'm gonna make sure I don't do that again. Cause it's, you know, again, I had no right. You know, yeah, I had good intentions, but I feel like I violated with that. So yeah. I don't know. It's just, I guess I've always been impressed with her because, you know, she's just naturally great at fighting games, man. I mean, to be as young as she was starting out playing those, man, it's crazy. Because like when I was a kid, I sucked at almost every game I ever played. I didn't actually get good at games until I was around maybe I'll say 11, 12 maybe. Fighting games I didn't really get good at until around 15 or 16, and that was mostly due to the fact that I just wasn't exposed to a lot of fighting games when I was younger. I mean, my parents always acted like they wanted to keep fighting games away from me or some shit like that. So I didn't really get into them until I got older. But you know, she got into them, I think when she said when she was like 5 or something like that, maybe younger than that. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into the story about that because, you know, she wants to talk about that. You know, she'll talk about that, but you know, I was just I don't see people that young that as at that level in fighting games as she is. So to me that was pretty wild. I mean, I'm not even ashamed to admit that, you know, back when I used to play Street Fighter 5 a lot, I stole a lot of combos and moves from her. Like there was stuff she was doing with, you know, Sakura and Juri and Manat and Chun-Li that I didn't think you could do that stuff with her, and I saw her doing them, and you know, I basically, you know, I jacked her. I stole her moves because I was, I was so impressed with it. I play with them, so I wanted to use her as a stepping stone to get better with those characters. So a lot of those moves and combos I used to do with, like, Sakura and Juri and shit like that. I didn't do that myself. I boosted them shits from her. I watched her do them, and I turned around and I copied that shit. Cause she's that good. I've even asked her for advice before. I never really got hung up on her being younger than me or being a girl or anything like that. She knew that, I learned stuff from her, but still, I didn't need to be bragging and just throwing her name out like that. I feel like in hindsight it was wrong. I shouldn't have just went and just did that like that. It just, I wasn't cool with it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I wasn't completely cool with it when people did that to me. A part of me was flattered. I think the real reason why I don't really like people doing that with me is because I don't want it to go to my head or anything. I've always looked at myself as kind of, I've never really been real high on myself with the stuff I do. I just do what I do, and I'm not thinking twice about it. But I guess people around me, I guess I catch the attention, and they talk about that, and it's flattering. I was never upset about it. I was just more nervous about it than anything because of the attention I may or may not get. But yeah, all it was me just being blown away by her skills. I mean, she's not a little kid anymore, but when I first ran into her on PSN or YouTube. I think I met her on YouTube. When I first bumped into her on there, she was a kid. But that was a while ago. But still, I was just impressed that someone that young had those kind of skills, man. And I've been I've been in a lot of sparring sessions with her, so I've personally up close and personally experienced just how deep her fighting skills goes in these fighting games. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. That's all I really had to say. I just felt like I wanted to come on here and just do that, for both me and for her too, in case I might have upset her. I don't know. Again, I don't know if she was upset or not. She never said anything. But I'm gonna be careful with that in the future, not just with her, but with everybody. Sure, I didn't mean any harm with that or anything. It was completely innocent, but I just, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm overanalyzing this. Maybe not. But I personally just felt like this was necessary for me to come on here real quick and do this video and just kind of get that off of me. So yeah, I did that. I don't know, maybe I'll come on here later and do something. I don't know. Don't know what game it's gonna be. I never know what game I'm gonna stream. It'd be just as much of a mystery to me as it be to you guys that be watching it, because I don't really, like, most of the time I don't. Sometimes I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and then most of the other times I don't. I just fucking do the first thing that just pops up in my head and just grab whatever. But I might come on later on in the day, like hours from now, because it's like early in the morning right now. It's like 6, like, wait, what time is it? It's fucking 6:21 in the morning. So I might come back on in the afternoon and do something. I don't know yet, but yeah, we'll see. Y'all know how spontaneous and random my ass is. I just pop up unannounced. So alright, so with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.